Hello everyone, I am very excited to be sharing this September-October 2023 seasonal catalog with you, and I'm just going to tell you, this collection right here on the front cover, it's called The Good Life. It's my favorite. I'm very excited about it, and I can't wait to show you the paper pack when we get there. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, they always have kind of a little table of contents and a little bit about becoming a maker and the VIP program, which is awesome. When we get to the end of the catalog, I'll tell you more about the VIP program and what it means to be a VIP. This on page 2 is the Operation Smile stamp, which is really sweet. I love this. It's big enough to be a title on a scrapbook page, but you could also put it on a card, and you can mix and match the sentiments. And what this stamp is designed for is to support the Operation Smile charity. Close to my heart has partnered with Operation Smile, and children that are born with cleft palate or cleft lip, they raise funds to help repair those. So it's a super important charity, and this stamp set is beautiful. When we come to this page, these are the cut above collections. Now you'll be seeing a couple in each of the new catalogs, and if you caught one of my recent videos, I'll leave that listed in the description box below. It shows more about what a cut above layout is. It's a kit. It's almost like kind of cheating. It's a great way to get layouts done super quickly, or you can take them to crops is what I like to do. It's just kind of a grab and go. Everything, you just add your photos and some adhesive, and they're super easy to add a theme or customize them and change them up. Okay, here it is, The Good Life. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, I think you know why this speaks to me. The colors are great for my boys, and I just love these visual textures. It's going to be good for kind of like farm, country life too, and really so much more. But yes, I have so many ideas for this collection. So up here it tells you the color palette, which is super handy. Mist, Harbor, Mocha, Espresso, Toffee, and French Vanilla. And then of course they've got these great artwork samples, some cards, and these are just beautiful. The scrapbooking collection is featured first, and I'm going to go ahead and get the paper collection out so you can get a better look at that. The catalog it looks good here. It looks better, you know, in your hand, and even more amazing when you put a project together. But this is the paper pack. You get there's 6 sheets, 2 each of 3 double-sided design. And then there's a coordinating sticker sheet, which they're showing up here. And then there's coordinating cardstock, so you can just get a coordinating cardstock pack to complement this. And then, of course, die cuts, which are like the windmill and little fences, and the barn is so cute. And then here's the digital art collection. And check out this layout. I really like it. It has this sunburst pattern, and that, think beyond what you see here. You can change up your cardstock colors and use that background for a beach layout or sunset layout. I mean, so many different ways you can incorporate that pattern in the background, and just not, so you could like delete the windmill, delete the fence, and just use the pattern in the background. And the title, Living Our Best Life, that's going to work for so many different themes. And then Garden Fresh, Farm Life, Harvest Love. There's a couple cards all ready to go. Super cute. Water bucket, milk pail, fences, and then the little barn, of course, is adorable. You have that in the die cuts, but it's a little bit different here, and I love the Garden Fresh title. When you turn the page, you get into the stamp sets. This is the Good Life card making stamp, and then this is the Good Life scrapbooking stamp, and of course they're interchangeable. So you can get this one here with or without thin cuts. Oh, this is Brian. You guys haven't met Brian. Yes, you're gonna think I'm a crazy cat hoarder. Brian is another orange cat. Actually, he's kind of champagne colored, and there's a big story behind Brian. Let me have you look at his cute little face here. There he is. Brian's a rescue, and he came to the vet hospital where I work darn near dead, and was with us for 6 weeks, and I just fell in love with the little guy. So when I scrapbook him, I'll tell you more about his story. I swear I'm not a crazy cat lady. So back to the stamp sets. This one here you can get with or without the coordinating thin cuts. You guys, the thin cuts go fast, so if you want the thin cut option, it's just something to keep in mind. There's a limited supply. You can't buy them separately. They come with the stamp or you can get the stamp set on its own. And all of these, every image in here has a coordinating thin cut, except the the sentiments. Those don't. Those are easy enough to cut out or just stamp right onto the paper. But how cute is that truck? And then the different styles of fences, a little dirt never hurt, hello, boy page, or just kid. I was a rough and tumble little girl, so I was always in the dirt. So it doesn't just have to be boy pages. This one here, the Good Life, is the card making stamp, and you can see how they've done a few different little types of stamping on the cards and colored them. This is probably with like colored pencils, and then maybe a little bit of stamp pad painting with that one if I had to guess. But it's kind of a sympathy. It could be thank you, but it has birthday, so lots of different sentiments, but it definitely lends itself well to a sympathy card. I think that's just very, very pretty. On this page is the workshop. I feel like I keep turning 2 pages at once, but I'm not. So this is the Good Life workshop. For those of you still thinking about Brian, don't worry. Dave absolutely adores him. They are seriously like the best of friends. It's the cutest thing watching them play together. So this is the workshop here. I did get the workshop option, and it has some of the little die cuts. Now, if you remember back in when we first introduced the collection, there's a big, packet of die cuts with some titles, Amazing Memories, You and Me. This is kind of a little sampling. They're a little bit different than what's in that collection. So I got those too because I like to add to my pages. So when you get the workshop, you get this guide already printed out that shows you the 3 double page layouts, and I think they're fabulous. I really do. I like every single one of them. You know me, I always mix them up and do my own thing, but I really do love how they have created these. And it's like following a recipe. It's the cutting guide, and it tells you exactly how to put these together, everything you need, and you would just basically need your adhesive and your photos. And then these are photo place card holders if you want to put those layouts together and you don't have your pictures yet. This is the sticker sheet, and there's some journaling prompts, tons of word sentiment stickers, which makes me very happy. Home Sweet Home, lots of little banner pieces, and I just really love the look of these kind of weathered stickers. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Farm life, truck, there's the barn, family, heart and home. Are you guys loving it? I know it can't just be me that's super excited about this collection. So here is, let me set these aside, and we'll take a look at the paper pack. So you get the paper pack, but you also get some bonus pattern papers. So let me just kind of sort these out. We'll look at the paper first, and I'll show you the extra goodies here. And isn't that cool? So when we were in Italy, we went to the Da Vinci Museum, and this paper just kind of reminds me of what that museum experience was like. So I'm kind of imagining I might be scrapbooking. I'm going to have to get a second paper pack. I just know it. So we've got the wood grains, or wood planks, and it is in the mist color. So that's kind of neat that it's a different color than your typical browns and tans. And then this is the other side. Then we have this corrugated tin looking paper, which I think is awesome. The opposite side, we have a small polka dot. So that's kind of mocha with the vanilla polka dots there. And then you get a little plaid, very usable. And then another wood grain on the back. Aren't they cool? You're going to be seeing a lot of this. Boy pages, we're going to have some farm pages. And then, like I said, I think I'm going to do that Da Vinci Museum experience with this too, because the colors and the theme of this is going to be perfect. So that's the paper pack. Let me zoom this out just a little bit there. So we have our sticker sheet, and then these are the bonus die cuts that you get in the workshop. So there's a couple sheets of them. They pop right out, and these are the bits and pieces you would need to make those layouts as shown. I got a little farm scene. Isn't that pretty? So you get all of those, and then these are the bonus pattern papers. So we have some fences, old truck, apple trees. You know, I have some apple picking pictures too now that I'm thinking about it. But this would be great for family photos too. You know, I just think it has that kind of family heritage feel. fences, silos, big bales of hay rolled up out in the fields. I just think it's really cool. So bonus pattern paper, and then this one a little bit more neutral with just some visual texture, and then you get, looks like 2 of those. It's probably hard to see, that does have a pattern. It's a very subtle little pattern there. And then you get some coordinating cardstock, which is also would be needed for making those layouts exactly. So lots of good stuff here. I cannot wait to cut into this one. Very excited about it. Let's go ahead and bring this back in. So this shows you what those layouts look like that we saw in that guide that came with the kit. There's also a card kit. You can make 16 cards. You've got your regular A2 size and then some slimline cards as well. And this is a stamp set, and I really wanted the stamp set, so I did get the card kit. And the stamp set is exclusive to the card kit, but that little fence die, and I love the texture in there, and the little milk pail and the pan, mailbox, wheelbarrow, and then you get all the supplies you need to make 16. There's 4 different designs, 2 of each design, and then I like to kind of go rogue and make my own cards too, and instead of making 4 each of the same pattern. So are you ready for the next collection? Can you guess what it is? Da, 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 Christmas time. And I do love it. I absolutely love it because I like traditional Christmas colors. Sometimes it's fun to play with kind of different, pinks and purples and those candy colored Christmases. But traditional just has my heart, and I really love this one. So the colors in this one, it's called Home for Christmas, and it's scarlet, candy apple, pine, jade, which is a new color, mocha, mink, French vanilla, and black. This is a look at the paper pack, and then the die cuts. Look how pretty that doily is. I have some doily thin cuts that I use quite frequently, but these are the die cuts. You got Christmas, Noel, and then of course these beautiful poinsettias. There's a digital art collection that has a scrapbook layout, presents, little cup of coffee. Yes, please. There's that doily again, so you could cut that out with the digital collection and make it different sizes, which is nice. Coordinating cardstock. Let's go ahead and take a look. Actually, we'll wait till we get to the workshop because I did get the workshop for this one too. This is the Home for Christmas card making stamp, and it's this really cool little layering stamp. So it has the fireplace, so you can stamp the background, and then a brick overlay, and then there's the fire grate and the fire, so you can layer all these stamps in different colors, really giving it a fun, realistic feel. And then the little garland that goes across the top of the fireplace is a thin cut, so you just cut that out, and it looks like they put like a little tiny black dollop of liquid pearls on there in each of the bow centers, and here they've done it in green with some bitty sparkles in the center instead, and some stamping. Really fun. So great for, and you know what, I think that would look neat on a scrapbook page as well, the little fireplace there. This is Home for Christmas scrapbooking stamp, and it's another layering stamp. So you have the base of the presents, and then you can use a different color to add the, different patterns on top, and then the bows and the ribbon are thin cuts. So I think that these are going to be, I can't wait to kind of play around with these, but do you see? So you would just die cut those out and then overlay them on the presents. And I'm thinking some shiny foil paper or some glitter paper detail on these ribbons is going to look really neat. So here we are at the workshop, the Home for Christmas workshop. And again, you get 3 double page layouts, and I like these too. I really do. I'm like taking them in right now. I haven't had a chance to completely sit and take in this catalog. I was traveling for quite a bit of the month of July, and it's fun to just really study the pages and all the details and the different techniques they've used. So the workshops bring in a technique, and they'll show you that as well. It looks like white gloss spray, which is optional. You don't have to do that, and some white gel pen, and then they show you how to incorporate that technique onto these layouts. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one as well. I'll grab the paper. So just like the other one, you get kind of a smaller sampling of the die cuts. So I did go ahead and get the other die cut pack as well because they're different and there's more of them. And I love to embellish my layouts. I like to kind of, you know, I mean, I think they're clean and simple, but yet I like to have a lot of layers in my embellishments. But how cute is that little... Here, you probably can't see it over the black. Let me move it over here. But yeah, these are paperboard. So they're a little bit thinner than chipboard, but they just pop right out of here. And I think that these little ornaments are so pretty. Look at the little detail in there. Very detailed. So yeah, I got those in addition to, and there's like the poinsettias. So it looks like you layer up these little bits and pieces. This little mailbox, you have the red layer that goes over the black layer. So it gives them a little bit of dimension and texture and just makes them a little bit kind of extra special. Be careful, I think I just tore that one, but it'll glue right back into place, but you can kind of see how cute that little mailbox is. It looks just really fun with the two different layers. Okay, so those are the extra die cuts. These are the little die cuts that come with it, and it does show you what those are, what's included in there. And this is your guide, just like the Good Life collection, your cutting guide walking you through how to put everything together. And then we have the photo place card holders and your sticker sheet. Look at the banner. You guys know how much I love banners. And I love the vintage feel of this one. Home for the holidays, Dear Santa Claus, the joy of Christmas is family, oh come let us adore him. Tons of title options, lots of word sentiment stickers, and then just fun little bits and pieces. Look at this tag here. There's so much detail. So you've got the green background and then a little lacy edge piece with the little, it kind of has that junk journal feel to it when you make the tags and kind of layer all the little bits and pieces. Look a little doily. You could stamp the date on there. I like it. So let's take a look at the paper pack here. Let me move this out of the way. Poinsettias, very traditional. The opposite side has all these icons. So you could use this. Now it's kind of a busier pattern paper, and if you've been watching my videos, you know when I have a busy pattern, I'll just use a piece of it. You know, maybe like cut a 3.5, 4-inch segment section and just kind of use a little bit of that so it's not so overwhelming. But this is a great pattern paper for fussy cutting, and you get 2 of them. So you can cut out some of these icons to use on your projects if you don't want to use it as a whole. So that's one side. We have the poinsettias on the other. And then we have more wood grain. It's like a nice warm wood grain tone. The opposite side is a traditional Christmas plaid. Love that. Now this is my favorite. I think this is absolutely beautiful. So we've got that beautiful scripted writing, and it says, let's see, walking in a winter wonderland, believe, North Star, merry and bright. So all just different, I'll be home for Christmas, family, 'tis the season, under the tree. So very good sentiments on there. The opposite side is this beautiful pine distressed background. So you can see why this one's my favorite. I really, really like it. Okay. And then since I got the workshop, we have these little bonus die cut pieces that you include onto those pre-designed layouts. And again, you can use them separately too, but look how easy. So you've got this great scallop detail. You just pop it out and go. And then these are the bonus papers. So you get 2 of those, and it looks like they've, used that on this one here. You get 2 of these papers, and then looks like 2 of these. Nice neutral background with a little bit of visual texture there. And then all of the coordinating cardstock colors. There's a ton of cardstock in this one. Lots of cardstock. Alrighty. Are you guys ready for Christmas? I haven't scrapbooked last year's Christmas, so I'm okay with it. I'm happy. Let me pile all these up. I'll put those away later. Let's bring this back in and keep perusing through this crafty goodness here. On the next page, we have the Home for Christmas card making workshop, and I did get this because I am a sucker for thin cuts, and there's this branch with the it has the wood grain detailing cut into it, and then little pine boughs, and that is something I will use over and over and over again. So, and I'll incorporate that onto scrapbook layouts as well. So you can see on the card how they've used it. They've cut out the little branch and they've hung the little stockings, and then here's the little pine bough sticking out. But I do a lot of outdoor layouts, so I mean I can think of a lot of different ways. You could put cute little birds on that, camping pages, you can use the little pine boughs sticking out from behind a cute pine cone, lots of different ways. So that's why something like that really appeals to me, and I know I'll get a lot of use out of a stamp set like that. But again, you get a couple. Now the double-sided pattern paper in this one, they chose two different patterns. So there's that Christmas plaid, and then that gorgeous pine green background with the distressing, and you'll get a couple pages of those, and then the cardstock envelopes for both slimline and regular A2, and then some bling, and then of course the stamp set and those coordinating thin cuts. This is the mix-in paper pack, and I always get the mix-ins. They're great, they're kind of neutral patterns, and because Close to My Heart uses like a color system, you can like mix and match these with all of their paper packs that have those coordinating colors, and they're designed to go along with the current. So some of these are going to look really great with the Good Life, and some of these are kind of more designed towards the Christmas collection. But yeah, there are lots of, and tongue-tied, there's a mix-in coordinating cardstock in these colors also. Now we're getting into the stamp and thin cut collection. I did go a little bit crazy. A lot of these stamp sets are really good, so be forewarned. And we start with some card backgrounds and some sentiments here. So this is kind of neat because it leaves, you got all this floral detailing. This is a thin cut, so you just run it through with your glitter paper or your cardstock or whatever paper you would like to do, and it cuts out that beautiful floral design, kind of just swirling your eye into the center where you can put the sentiment. And you can stamp it so it looks like, you know, they've popped it or stamped it right onto the cardstock, but here they cut it out and it's kind of layered, so it looks like that's a little bit recessed. And then this one, they put a circle on top of this and kind of probably popped it up with some foam tape to give that a little bit of dimension. So I really like thin cut backgrounds like that because it makes for a quick card with a lot of wow factor. Now we're getting into some kind of harvest fall type of stamp sets, and I love this one here with the wheat and how they did a little blending on the background. And you can see here they've created like a scene using a little ink on the top, and then the bottom they've used green for like the grass, and then stamped the cattails. And I like this one because these are great, and we fish quite a bit, and I have a pond, and there was lots of reasons why I might want to use cattails, and plus the wreath is, or the wheat is very useful on fall pages. And now this wreath has, I think it's a wreath that could lend itself well to different seasons depending on how you colored it up and what, papers and colors you use. So it could go kind of fall. I think you could even probably make that a Christmas wreath but it almost looked like eucalyptus leaves to me. But here that is. It has a thin cut that you can get to cut that out and make it super simple to pop up on the card. And that's a great card design. I actually really like that one. Now this kind of goes along with the Good Life stamp set. We have the apple tree here. It's called Freshly Picked Stamp and Thin Cuts. So it's all about like apple picking and fall. We got a ladder, a little crate full of apples, the apple tree, apple of my eye, harvesting love, I'd pick you. I think that's really cute. So this one's super cute, and I did get that one. I got this one. I love it. Locally grown, farm life, wide open spaces. And I plan on using this stamp set when I document some of our farm critters here around the house. And this looks like, a draft horse, which I think is really neat. And, we don't have draft horses. We just have quarter horses. But hey, it's okay. We don't have to be super literal. And we do have, it's a dairy cow. We have beef cattle. chickens, pigs, so this is going to be a really useful. But if you go to like the different fall festivals where they have, you know, a lot of these animals, I know I have my pictures of my kids when they were little. We'd go to the different apple ranches and whatnot, and they'd always want to feed the pigs and the chickens, and they were super happy. So I'm gonna have to dig for some of those photos to use that. This one is called Let's Go. So kind of like they've used it here on a sporty page, but bruh, I feel like that's like a common word in my household. What up, bruh? I've got teenagers and that's how they talk. So, you know, I saw this t-shirt once and I want to get it. It says mom, mommy, mama, bruh. And it's just so true. So you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. Say yes to new adventures. Let's go. And then we've got this little figure of a young man you could color in. This was a must-have for me. It's called Nailed It, and we do a lot of DIY stuff, and we're super kind of just always building things, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of this stamp. So there's a little toolbox and then all the tools, and then like home room makeover, so you could do room makeover, before and after. Nailed it. But yeah, I thought this is a fun stamp. How many of you have DIY home improvement projects that you could use that with? I know I certainly do. Now we have another background texture stamp, which is always a no-brainer for me. And this one's neat because it's very different. Some of the background texture stamps kind of have similar, you know, feeling to them. This one's very different. I don't have anything with this. It kind of reminds me of birch bark, and then stars, and then this little could just be dots or snow. You have like a washi tape strip and then some planks that you can line those up and keep going and create a pattern all the way across, or maybe just use it as a standalone little corner piece and like a little like watercolor splotch real quick. But yeah, and this would make some fun borders. But yeah, this was a no-brainer. I was like, add to the cart instantly. And that again is called Design Elements. This one is on the clock, and you can see how they've used it here on a graduation page. Time flies. That's a great title, of course. And yes, it does. When you're raising kids, it goes a little too quickly. But this doesn't come with thin cuts, but it coordinates with the circle thin cuts. And I know most of us have circle thin cuts in our stash. If not, Close to My Heart has a collection of graduated size circles that coordinate perfectly with this one. So I like that it's a collection of all sorts of different clocks that you can kind of create like a bunch of different pieces and then different feels. So some of them are more like a vintage clock, more modern, and I appreciate the variety there. And we have some more fall stamps. This is called Floral Notes, and we have some carnations or mums and then sunflowers. So it has definitely a more fall feel with the flower choices. And sympathy, thank you, love, missing you. And then of course we have like our turkeys for Thanksgiving. They're super cute. This one's holding a pie. This one you can stamp the sentiments in the sign. So ready to gobble, grateful for you, happy Thanksgiving. And then give thanks, eat pie, and grateful for all things big and small. Hard to believe that Thanksgiving is sneaking up on us, isn't it? Here we have some more just different season stamp sets. So have a cup of cheer and to and from. So these are great for tags too. You can create little cards or tags or even use that on a scrapbook page. We have a little cornucopia. Have yourself a merry little Christmas, and then give thanks with a thankful heart. And they've shown some great examples of how you can use all of those. This one here, it looks like they did some masking, or maybe they cut that out so they could get, yeah, it is fussy cut. That's how they got it in all the different colors there. What's coming up next? Oh, cuteness, lots of cuteness. So this little guy here, where you see this is called the Paw-Liday, like paw, dog paw, Paw-Liday Express stamp, and that does come with thin cuts or without. And you can just use them independently or create like a little train with all of the different, it could be a wagon, or you can kind of connect them together to make long. And it's cute on a scrapbook page or even like a slimline card or something of that nature, but they're pretty cute. So you've got the sleigh full of presents, the little penguin or the dog driving the car. teddy bear with a wagon full of presents, and then here we have a reindeer and a kitty cat zooming by to say, and then you can put Merry Christmas on the inside, bringing happy holiday greetings, happy holidays. But yeah, those guys were just super cute. So then you have kind of an old-fashioned Santa, which looks really vintage to me, and I like that. Here comes Santa Claus, naughty or nice. Please deliver on December 25th from Santa. So that'd be a cute tag. A nice little Merry Christmas if you just want a card sentiment, or glory to God in the highest. So yeah, these are just, that's a little stamp and that's a little stamp just by itself. And they're only $4.95, so that's a really good price point. And again, or you can stamp it on a circle and use it on a scrapbook page also. And this one here is called Stories of the Season, and I did get this one, and I got this one too for my December daily. Love it. But this one here, look how they use this. So it's December, and I like how it's stacked like that. They random stamped all over the background and made a pattern paper with that. Doesn't that look good? I really like that. So lots of different things. You can make like a little post stamp type thing. Different, you can make your own word sentiments, or these are even like journaling prompt, the daily story, documented by, trimming the tree, family traditions, feeling merry, and making a list. So I'm going to use this on my traditional 12 by 12 pages, but I think this will have a lot of value for my December daily books as well. And then this one's called Countdown to Christmas. And, you know, when you're doing a December daily, you've got, you know, one for each day up to Christmas, or for each story if you don't do it daily, but do it by telling your Christmas stories. More Christmas, and this one is really neat, and I think this is going to be very popular. So it's an embossing folder. It's called Christmas Florals Embossing Folder, but then it has a matching stencil that overlays, and so you can get all of these different colors like they have here with that embossed texture, or just use the embossing. This card to me is so classy and elegant. A white embossed background I think is just stunning. So they've used the different, there's a poinsettia, happy holidays, but really that embossing folder in the background is the star of the show, if you ask me anyway. I think it's so pretty. But here's that where the poinsettia stamp. This was a must-have for me, and it does come with thin cuts. Poinsettias are gorgeous, and I love them, and I felt I didn't have enough, so I definitely was happy to add this one to my collection. The little banner, you can stamp the sentiments on there, or just use the poinsettias as a floral cluster on your scrapbook layouts. But these are very pretty cards. I really like how they've done all of these. This one's very cute. It is an alphabet. We have a couple different alphabets. So cursive, and this one's on my maybe list. I'm thinking I am going to get that one because I do not have a cursive font, and I really like how you can kind of connect those together. But it's different from anything I have. So yeah, it's on the maybe list. This one's super cute. You can see how each of the letters has a little bit different flair to it, and they've made this very fun slimline card. I really like this card where the stocking makes your J, a wreath, and then the Y for peace and joy. And then it looks like they've used those on these ornaments also to spell out the word Merry, and I think that's a great idea. I love the ornaments hanging down across the layout. Very cute. Little ink blending in the background to highlight their title and journaling. So this is called Dainty Script, and this one is the Christmas alphabet stamp set. Oh, sadness. We're almost done. You guys are probably thinking, oh, thank goodness, because my list is ridiculous. So these are the stamp of the months. Now, in the beginning, I mentioned the VIP program, which is on the very first page there. And if you are a VIP, so basically what you do is you sign up as a VIP and you get 15% back of your retail amount paid. So it's like a 15% discount, but you get that in the form of Close to My Heart cash to use on your next order. So you can let it build up. You can just save all that Close to My Heart cash, save it up for something big, or you can spend it the next time you place an order. But as a VIP, the stamp of the month you get for free with your qualifying purchase. And this is the one for September. It's called Thoughtful Tokens. And do you guys remember the Parisian note stamp stamp that was out several months ago. It was absolutely gorgeous, and to me this has a similar feel, and I know that one was really popular. So this is only available during the month of September, and again, that's free. If you're not a VIP, it's still a great deal. You can get that for $5. So, and it's a $19.95 valued stamp. Love the little film strip, just love these little background and that vintage postage stamp there. It's really pretty. The October stamp of the month is called From Owl of Us, like all of us, but with owls. And you can get this with the thin cuts. So typically the stamps of the month do not have thin cuts, but we've been begging for them, saying please, please, pretty please, and Close to My Heart has heard us and is offering the thin cuts. So you can still get this stamp set free as a VIP, but if you want the thin cuts, it's an additional purchase. And again, if you're not a VIP, it is $5 for the stamp set only, and the thin cuts are again additional, but they're so cute. Look at the little guys. I just think they're so cute. And I have a scrapbook page idea for those little guys, and I'll be sharing that soon. Then at the back of the catalog, you have all of the cardstock colors, which are also, it's the cardstock, the inks, and the re-inker. And Journey is the color of the year, and it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So that's Journey. Actually, let me grab a piece of paper so you can see it. So here is Close to My Heart's new color of the year. This is for the catalog cycle. It'll go from September until next summer, and they'll have like a shimmer brush and the sequins, all the little bling, everything featured in this color. But isn't that gorgeous? I only have one piece, so I'm gonna have to fold it over to show you both sides. I've got more coming, but the lighter side and then the darker side is the true color, and I think Journey is just a perfect name for it. I hope they come out with like a winter paper pack using this, like just, oh, I think I can see it, this with like sparkly white glitter paper and silver. I think it'd be so stunning. But yeah, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I hope you guys are excited, and if you are not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see how I use all of these collections in layouts and cards and bring these to life. I can't wait to share them with you. Let me know which collection is your favorite, or if you have any must-haves in here, The Good Life or We Have a Home for Christmas. And yeah, you can pick both if you can't pick a favorite, right? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more crafty goodness. Thank you for spending time with me today, and I will see you soon here on YouTube. Bye.